They have come on the trail of the caribou, out of the wind-swept lands to the north. Here the country is still and silent, the snow soft, and the cold is the cold of hunger. A huge brown male is the leader. His tail is carried high, a sign of his authority. The life of the pack centers around him and his mate, a large black wolf who is the highest-ranking female. They will soon begin the hunt. There is the usual ceremony. He is in complete command, in partnership with his mate. Together they rule the pack. They are a close-knit family. They feel joy and have fun, and are very different as individuals. They are intelligent and communicate with each other. But when the pack is on the hunt, every action, every decision is the responsibility of the leader. As dawn breaks, they move in, guided by the wisdom of 500,000 years. They feign disinterest, knowing that the caribou can easily outrun them, knowing that their only hope is getting in close, spotting a sick or weak animal, and outmaneuvering it, and knowing, too, that the caribou know exactly what they are up to. The chase is short. Both sides know the value of conserving energy. The herd is healthy, unlikely to provide a victim. And so the pack moves on. As the winter deepens, they will range hundreds of miles across the frozen lakes, testing first one herd and then another. The mated pair must always eat first, then the others, while from the trees smaller eyes watch hungrily, waiting for the scraps. It is vital that the leaders be well fed, for the survival of the pack depends upon them. Dawn comes a little earlier now, dusk a little later. The leader and his mate stay very close together. He becomes affectionate and very possessive. They can only mate for these 2 weeks of the year. The ritual is complex. The other wolves rarely mate, but they become excited and in their own way share in the event. The lakes are still frozen, but warmth has returned to the land and light to the forest, and the pack turns south. This is their denning area, and she knows it well. Wolves tend to mate for life. This is their 3rd year together. While she cleans out the den, he and the pack look after the food supply. They bring the meat to the denning area. She caches it for her use. She will soon be confined to the den. The labor is long. Delicately she cleans them and cuts the umbilical cord. The caribou had been good that winter, so the mother is strong and there are 5 healthy pups. If the winter had been hard, with few caribou, there might have been no pups. So where does the struggle for life really begin? Within hours after birth, the first pups to the milk gain an advantage the others may never make up. Within 6 months, 2 of the 5 will probably die. Their eyes begin to open about the 10th day, but seeing comes more slowly. And the first thing they ever see is their mother. And so the wanderers are still. For this brief period, it is home. The pack protects the area and hunts, delivering the food to the mother's doorstep. The whole world, for the pups, is still the den, the mother, and each other. Until one day. Now, with that caution evolved through thousands of generations of survivors, she decides to move her family to another location, another den. The pups know nothing yet of the sky-wheeling hawks and marauding bears. But for the mother, the move to a fresh den may lessen the chance of discovery. In massive jaws, she carries the complaining infants to yet a newer world, leaving the loudest protester to wish that he had gone when first invited. Later, 3 pups have survived, and each day of survival improves their chances of another. She is content, but sometimes she longs for the hunt, and envies her mate and the freedom of the pack. They do not yet know how to hunt, to kill. That must be taught them. But they are born as predators, and the instinctive movements are sharpened in their play fights. For now, meat is brought to the mother from the kill, often miles away. For the pups, the adult wolves will carry meat in their stomachs and regurgitate it when the pups bite at the corners of their mouths. For the raw meat of the kill is still too great a challenge for tiny milk teeth, even though they try. And so the summer unfolds, and with it the invisible patterns which shape all life. It is only because the parents mate in February, and thus the pups are born in April, that they are here now, noisy and awkward, but able to learn the tricks which will keep them alive during the coming winter. They are learning to hunt the small animals of summer. The mother parcels out the meat. The growing pups are always ferociously hungry, but only for these few months are they allowed to behave like this. For the winter is coming, the time of hunger and darkness, when the games of summer become struggles of life and death. And as they play now, the signs of who will survive are there. In this one brief northern summer, they have had their childhood. They must soon take their places within the pack. The father who fondled them will become the pack leader who must eat even if they starve, and to whom they must show obedience. And they in turn will become dominant or submissive to one another. Some will live and some will die. Somewhere far away, the ice is forming, and in that darkening land, the caribou will feel the chill in the wind, and the wolves will once more be on the move. Each wolf is a part of the pattern of the pack, and that pattern is part of another, larger one, of incredible design and balance. It includes all life and all death, for there cannot be one without the other.